What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Vaslap, right here on a Monday. And I know Mondays are not great. I know Mondays aren't fun. But hey, it's FM Manager 24 to cheer you up and hopefully improve on your Monday so far. If you're watching us on a different day, I hope it improves that day. Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't judge. Just have a good day, whatever day you are watching this. Even if you're watching this in 5 years in the future when it was released in 2024, of course, you enjoy your day. Enjoy it. I trust that you are still watching my videos in 5 years, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. But with that being said, we are still doing the LA Galaxy rebuild. Unfortunately, last season didn't go as planned. I thought I would have been able to take off one thing at least, and that was win the MLS playoffs. We didn't. But this season, we do have the opportunity to win the CONCACAF. We did qualify for the CONCACAF, and in fact, that's where we're starting off. But before we do that, make sure you hit subscribe, give us the thumbs up. Let's take a look at where we are in the LA Galaxy rebuild. Of course, it is a brand new season in the LA Galaxy world, and we're kicking off with some CONCACAF action. We have made a lot of signings, which I'm sure you picked up on. As you can see, the friendly results haven't gone exactly our way as of right now, but I've got a good feeling about the squad, what we currently have. Let's take a look at how we're lining up. This is how we're going. I have changed the shape a little bit. I've dropped the wing backs a little bit because we were conceding way too many goals. And yeah, I kind of put in two DMs instead of the original plan that we had. It's a little bit of a makeshift movement, but some different roles in there, but it should all in all help us get our goals. This is at least what we're playing for. You would have noticed a couple of new faces in there. Let's get to those couple of faces because there is quite a few. First of all, we had our draft pick. Now, I won't lie to you, I don't actually know how the draft picks worked. I kind of just played it by ear, and I did pick up one or two decent draft players. You can see I have my three that I picked up. Everton. Now, Everton is a good attacking midfielder. I think he's a good, solid addition to the squad. I think he's definitely sort of a successor to Ricky, who still wants to leave the club. He hasn't left just yet, but I feel like he is on the cusp of leaving. Our second draft pick was a guy by the name of Matthew Jones. I bought him for the right wing back position, but he can actually play centre back. I just don't think he is actually tall enough or just has good jumping reach to be a good centre back. So he's a decent rotation option at 21 from Guam. So I had to pick him up. I just had to. And then our third one, which is probably the least of the most impressive ones, was Jamil Joseph from Trinidad and Tobago. He looks like a decent player, good rotation option, not going to be too reliant on him. We did pick up some other transfers. We'll go through them with a free transfer. Abraham Romero, a backup goalkeeper, because both our goalkeepers, in fact, all three of our goalkeepers, all left the club. So we needed to replace both goalkeepers. Romero played 3 games. He's not the greatest of goalkeepers, but he's not a bad backup option. And the reason I say that is because we did pick up another goalkeeper. We paid £2.6 million for him. Alvaro Fernandez, who I think is a very good goalkeeper. He matches up to Misevic, who I tried to re-sign, but he just didn't want to stay at the club. Another free transfer we picked up was probably the best transfer of the season, in my opinion. This man is a U.S. international, Miles Robinson. 25 games for the U.S., 3 goals. Very good centre-back. Potential to become a great centre-back in the MLS. My scouts rate him highly. I rate him highly. I think Miles is definitely one to help our defense out a little bit. And then we have Gabriel Peck. That's another Brazilian we've brought in here. Decent attacking midfield as well. Him and Everton will probably be fighting over that position in the sort of shadow striker position. So we'll have them there. And then another player which we did bring in, so I haven't mentioned yet, is Kenneth Schmidt. Kenneth, 21-year-old, under 21, German international. Decent centre-back. And him and Miles will definitely be my 2 new centre-back pairings. As you can see, I've got rid of the third defender. That's where the extra midfield guy came in from. So that's where they're going to be in there. This is the sort of the team that I've lined up to be my starting 11, my best 11, so to speak, for this season going into here. You might notice someone else by the name of Leon Flack, or Flack. I brought him in as well. Very utility type of player. He's been brought in as well. I think we got him on a waiver, on a trade. We got him on a trade. That's how that one worked. Actually, there's a few other players I actually got to go through. We just got transfer history. If we just go to, just the other one is Paul Redsel, of course. That was a predetermined sale. He's out on a free. We go to our trades or trades. You can see we have made 3 trades. 2 players coming in, 1 going out. Miki Yamane has left the building. Very good centre-back. I'm a little bit sad to let him go, but they did offer me a lot of round picks and stuff. In the end of the day, he was just sort of gone, and I needed to get him off the wage budget. Then we also got in Leon Flack, like I mentioned, part of the deal. Preston Judd went to him, but only the rights. And then £2 million allocated money is what we spent on him. And then 600,000 plus a couple of draft picks. Makanya, our South African centre-back, he's coming in as a good backup option for our right-hand side for Robinson. I think Makanya is going to be good. Oluwetu Makanya, South African, has 5 caps for South Africa already as well. So decent little trade, I feel. And then, of course, just more other stuff in there. We didn't get any wave people yet. That's still coming in. We didn't do any other stuff really in terms of just who we're bringing in. So, yeah, that's all the signings we have. We do have 2 outgoing players, rather. Bond and Mavinga are due to leave in February soon, the 22nd, just, 8 days away. They out. And then I am still expecting Joseph Painstill into the squad. I'm not too sure where he's going to fit in. He is a good attacking midfielder. We might just retrain him as a striker. And the reason I say that, let's show you the mapped out team that I have at the moment, how it sort of just lines up. I just need to change 1 or 2 things. Give me a sec quickly. Right, so this is the squad that we've sorted out. This is the team that's going to start in our game tonight, of course, taking on Santos Laguna. We'll get all to that, but just to show you how we're going to line up. Cuevas is going to be on the right. His natural replacement, of course, will be Anderson. The 2 sort of jockeyed for that position last season after whenever Luigi got injured. Our sentiments, we're going to go Robertson and Schmidt, and then going to use Makanya and Neil if he doesn't leave as the option. He wants to leave. Zavaleta is the other option once he's back from his injury. So those 2 will sort of stay in there. Romney going to be used as a sort of third rotation option, with Jones coming in on the left flank. Of course, Romney can also play on the left flank, so both of them could he will just be sort of our utility centre-back. He can play across the back 3, which is nice, and so can Jones, which is also very good. So that's how that one will work. In the midfield, Bergman and Flack will be our first choice midfielders, with Aguirre and Joseph being our backup guys. Of course, Liederman left the club on a free transfer, or a predetermined transfer rather, so he's no longer with us. So Aguirre and Joseph will sort of be those 2 guys. We also have Edwards on the left if we do want to use him as well. He's still coming back from fitness, so him and Ord and Jones, they're all going to be fighting out for there. We have Delgado as well, who I have put him out to be sold, but doesn't look like anyone's biting. So he could be a third option for that midfield. Albeit we do have Oyeda, who's also one of our newer boys. We brought him in last season after a waiver claim. He's been really good as a centre mid option. We don't really have a backup centre mid option at the moment, but I was thinking of maybe using Lepley as that centre mid option, drop him back a little bit. He is very good as Tranquinista, but I think drop him back as that sort of option might be a little bit better for him. And then in the attacking third, we're going to go to Fagudis and Peck as our 2 starters, Tranquinista and a shadow striker. Their backups, naturally, Everton's going to be Peck's backup, not Perez. Perez is just in the squad right now because, well, we needed an extra player. Because I have Villapando. That's the reason why, because he was supposed to be the extra sort of player. There we go. Villapando is the other one that I'm going to sort of train as the attacking midfielder. I feel he could be a much better Tranquinista. He plays as a shadow striker, but we're training him as a Tranquinista, get him up and running on that. And then up front, we'll be using the likes of Pinu and Jovic. Jovic, a very good striker, missed a lot of it during because of injury. Pinu, I feel like he could become a lot better than he was last season. 17 played, 5 scored is not a bad return. I mean, Villapando did similar stats with 24 and 7 as a striker. But I think that between the two of them, I think they should be fine. Of course, Billy Sharp is gone. Chicharito is gone as well. We do also have Bibo here, who I suppose is a decent little backup striker if we need to call upon him, which I'm hoping we don't need to call upon him. And then, like I said earlier, we've got the likes of Yoshida, Neil, Mavinga, Delgado, and Ricky, who are all set to leave. Perez, I was thinking of trying to sell him off as well. But at the moment, I'm probably going to keep him as just that sort of backup option. He is being trained as a third option to go into that midfield between Fangirez and Peck, just in case. With that all being said, it's time for our match. We're taking on Santos Laguna in two legs of this one. Very accomplished Mexican team. They did quite well last season in Mexico. They have some very good players, especially this one that I looked at is Doria. The centre-back is very good. I tried to sign him. They wanted a little bit too much money, and we kind of reached our quota when it comes to foreign players. He was very good that I picked up on as a Brazilian, rather. Doria. Another good player that I thought of trying to bring in was Jordan Carrillo. I really rate him a lot. I know his finishing is a bit poor, but everything else just looks so good, and he'll be really good for the MLS. Unfortunately, they wanted too much money for him, and he's a foreign player. Unfortunately, Mexicans do count as foreign players, which isn't great. We have a lot of foreign players, and we have the quota that we need to sort of abide to. So as you can see, our registration, we have managed to get in there. A few players won't be registered for the season. Of course, Bibo won't be registered unless we get an injury and stuff, then we can bring him in. Ricky, obviously not going to be registered because we're trying to sell him. Delgado, we're trying to sell. Mavinga is not going to go anywhere. So those three, obviously, we just couldn't. I would love to get Delgado in, but he's injured as a long-term injury, so we're not allowed to register him. And Ricky, if I do register, I can register him, actually. It won't. No, there we go. I was going to say, I'm sure it changed everything up. It counts as international, and it exceeds our wage budget, so he was the sacrificial lamb. They're the same with Bobo. Even though our wage budget we fine, the foreign player limit isn't, and I kind of want all my other foreigners. But anyway, that being said, let's take on Santos Laguna. We are playing at home for this game. It's a tough one because this is the team I'm going to start off. I know there's a few players that aren't looking too match sharp at the moment, but I feel like it's a good enough team. Let's get into it. All right, we're in LA for this one. First time we're having CONCACAF action, first time continental action, and not off to a good start. Not off to a good start there, off the ball already for Santos. But here comes Gabriel Peck, our new boy, coming in there. I've got high hopes for him. Cuts inside, couldn't pick up anyone in the box. Not a good start from us. Not a good start at all. I'm hoping to have a little bit more of an impact going forward. Come on. It's a bit more of a defensive structure that I've decided to go for. I do have another tactic in mind that I'm willing to try. Since we do have a little bit more wider players available in the likes of like Pick, who can play in the wings as well. And Everton as well. I think he was also one of the players that can also play. No, he was just a straight up attacking. And Gudis was the other one. You could play a winging attack. So I was considering switching to like basically push them as wingers and then move two midfielders and an attacking midfielder. So that is another option that I'm going to sort of play around with throughout the season. But that's a goal from Lorna. Good goal from them. Good finish, actually. Caught us on the back post, on the near post, I think it was actually on the corner. Was delivered to the back post, headed back in from Doria. We did say some man to watch out. Schmidt couldn't get the header in. Fernandez was left a bit of no man's land there. And not ideal. Not ideal. Sort of the tactic that they're playing is sort of what I was thinking of doing, but let's play better. What was that? What was that? Sort yourselves out. Demand more as well. Not quick sub, the wrong button. Demand more. Demand more. Come on. We need to score a goal here. We need to go in at least. Amoni. Acevendo. Nunez. Good interception from Aud. Beautifully picked up. Jovic with a stunner. What a finish. Take that out of your pocket and put it in the back of the net. I don't know what I'm saying, but that was beautiful. Look at that interception from Aud. Jovic. What a strike. What a beautiful, beautiful strike there. I love that. That was a goal and a half. Takes our left back to just produce the goods. What a goal. What an absolute stunner. We'll make some swaps. We can make some swaps. Cuevas is a little bit injured. Come off for Anderson. We'll bring you on. Bergman not having the best of game. Let's bring on Jamil. And we just swap those two around. Not Jamil then. We'll bring on Aguirre then. Aguirre's the natural sort of replacement. Peck not having the best of game. Bring on Everton. I think let's try that. Let's see if that helps a little bit getting the ball forward. Come on, nothing happening? My word. What a quiet game. Let's bring on another sub. Make another quick one. Ojeda, not playing too great as the center midfielder. I'm going to bring on Tucker. See how he does in that sort of position. A good attempt in here coming in through. What can Robinson do? Schmidt. Ojeda. Picking up Aud. Still out looking for options. Goes to the box. Jevilic was looking. Everton lob. I was going to say launches it in. It was actually a lob. And a launch. I feel like that was poor. You do have a corner now. Lepley. Ever reliable Tucker Lepley. Looking for options. He's going to go short to Fangades. Cuts back inside. Bouncing around. Oh. Aguirre with a good shot there. Great save from the keeper. Lepley with another corner. This time, is he going to go to the near post, far post? Definitely not short. Taking his time, though. Goes to the near post. Jovic just guides that over the top. Going to end 1-1 in our first feel of continental football. A little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't like what I saw from that team. They're going to have to work harder for that second leg. Right, that was a little bit poor. Like I was expecting a little bit better. Cuevas off 8 days, man. 8 days. That's hard. That's hard. All right, we're going to come back for our second game, of course, in the CONCACAF second round. We have to win that one. I need to stay in this competition. I really do. We'll come back for that game. So we're back for the next game in CONCACAF. You can see I've changed things slightly. Well, not really slightly. It's quite a big change, what we're actually doing. I feel like it's better. I've got the right personnel to have this tactic. I think everything works a lot better. And then just some news. Zavaleta has left on a trade. My director of football decided that that was a good deal. So because I didn't really know how the trades work, I let Will Kuntz, our director of football, handle the trades, and he traded him. So there's that. Yes, I was hoping that he could bring me in players, but obviously he hasn't. We have signed one new player. Of course, he's going to be on the bench. It is going to be Joseph Panstel. He is from Ghana. Only problem is he's coming in as a designated player, which is a little bit of a problem because we can only register 3 designated players, and my 3 are Gabriel Pick, Fangudez, Robinson, and Jovlovic, I think was the other one. Let me just double check that again. I do have 4 that I didn't want to get rid of. It was Pick, Fernandez, and Robinson. Those were the 3. Yes, sorry, it was just the 3. He is the 4th. We can only have a maximum of 3 designated players in the squad. And I can't renegotiate a contract with any of those other 3 because they're all sort of just recently signed, which is a little bit of a problem because we can't sign him in. Because, I mean, we can bring him in, but then I also need to find someone to take out. I could swap, obviously, Pick out. No, I can't. It was Alvarez, the other one I can take out instead of him, but I like Alvarez. And then Miles Robinson is just, he won't help. The only one who could really swap him out is Fernandez, not Alvarez, Fernandez. But I think Fernandez is a little bit more of a rounded player, and he's our goalkeeper. So I might go look for a new goalkeeper and then just waiver him out. Romero is not that good, unfortunately. It doesn't fall as a foreign player, which is good. But yeah, for now, though, he won't be registered. I am looking for another goalkeeper. I have scouted around for a good US goalkeeper. Unfortunately, not much. I do like Fernandez. He's on 40k, though, which is a lot of money. But hey, as a designated player, we can get away with that. But let's go to the game. This is our second leg. We're going to try this tactic. We're going to give it a go. Let's get into it. Right, so maybe I should just justify why I'm changing the tactic. I feel like we didn't create enough chances in the previous game. Already 1 minute in, and we've created a chance. Good start. Good start to why I've decided to go a little bit more wide, get at the ball in the wider areas. I just feel like we weren't pushing enough. I think I went a little too defensive with the change of tactic. So I feel like this is sort of more of a middle ground when it comes to the style that we should be playing. It's got the defensive anchor in there, which is a position I kind of like a lot. I don't know why, but I do. But plays like that, though, is not going to make me feel good about this change in personnel. But Flack, here comes Bergman, who keeping as captain, by the way, in case you want to know. Ojeda, looking for options, goes at it alone and hits the bar. That was close. That was silly close, of course. So we do need a goal. I should have checked if we have away goals count in this league. Do they count? Let me check that. There is a way to check that, I'm sure. I'll just go out of the here. CONCACAF rules. Away goals used if scores are level after 90 minutes. Okay, so that being said, we need a goal. We need at least a goal. If we go 1-1 here, they will go through on away goals. Bergman, Schmidt. Bergman, come on, boys. We need that goal. Forward, back to Schmidt. Looking for options. Out, picks up Bangladesh. Schmidt, come on, Schmitty. Goes back to Miles. Looking for options, picks up Anderson, of course, coming for the injured player. Was good ball for Peck. Go low, goes to Anderson instead, and Jovlovic picks up another goal. That's what we love to see. Get in, son. That effectively removes the away goal for Santos Laguna, which is exactly what we wanted. A good little finish from Jovlovic. Second goal with his head. Actually, no, the first one was that strike from outside of the box. Good finish, though. It is worth noting that there is a transfer bid on him, or there was one on him. Disappeared. Someone made an offer for him, a trade offer, which I am hoping the director of football doesn't keep, because if he goes, don't really have a good backup striker who can get me those goals. I do have Villapando and Pinu and Everton who can all play in that position. And with this new tactic, I feel like that's sort of Everton's going to be his backup striker option. But I don't want to lose him. I think he's one of my best players. Vergara looking for options, goes all the way back. Mooney, Marissa Cole. Was that a save? That was a good save. I thought he hit the bar. Good save from Fernandez. And then he plucks that out of the sky. Good. Good half so far. I'm happy with it. We've created a lot of 7 shots, 3 on target. We're creating a lot more than we did in the previous game. We just need to find that killer edge now. I'm going to shout at them. I think it was unacceptable. I want more goals, guys. I need more goals. More! Give me more! Sorry, that was very aggressive. I apologize. Lorna. Finding Lopez. Get very nervous when they have possession like this and we don't have enough bodies back. Vergara. Doing very well. Was that offside? No. Ref says it was fine. Can't get the ball out, which is good. Lorna. A good ball to Jordan. Oh, we got lucky. Roma has a second chance at the cookie. Good defending from out. Angadiz goes all the way back to front. That looked like, I was like, oh gosh, if he missed that would have confirmed me he's getting sold. Like 100%, I would have got rid of him and find a new goalkeeper to come in there. Like I think Romero would have been the first choice over that anyway. Angadiz goes short to Ojeda. What a goal! That's straight off the mark. I think that might be offside. I see the linesman flag up there. But that was super smart from Fangudez. Yeah, I did realize it was offside, but geez, that was so... Look at this. It was just an inch offside. Inch offside. That was so close. We're going to make some swaps. Some of our players are looking a little bit tired out there. Nothing too bad. Pick having not in the game. Fingerdale's not having the best of game. And still, what leg are you? You're a right-footed player, so we're going to bring you on as the left flank. Because they're inside forwards, they tend to cut in. Going to give him a run. Perez, you're right foot. You left. Oh, that's brilliant. You can come on a bit later on. We won't bring you on just yet. Everybody else is actually playing well. You know what? Pick, come on. Let's give Perez a run. Let's give Perez the run. Let's see. We have these players at our disposal for this game. We might as well use them. Paintsville probably won't be available for the MLS, but if we can keep him for the CONCACAF, then that'll be great. I think the registration also counts for the Open Cup, which is not golf, by the way. It's just the name of the Football League Cup. There, Jelovic picks up Anderson. We're producing, we're just not finishing. That is the key thing here. We need to finish. But I am enjoying this tactic a little bit more than the previous one. We are getting forward a lot more. However, defensively, we've looked good. We've looked good. Don't get me wrong. As I say that, they just hit the bar. And they still have a second chance. We're not clearing our lines, but we do eventually. We do eventually. They got a free kick right on the edge of the box. Right. As it stands, it will be extra time. It went right through the wall. Do we make a swap? We need to make a swap. Ojeda's not looking good out there. He's looking a bit tired. We'll bring on Tucker. Attacking midfielder is sort of his forte, isn't it? I'm going to try and swap these two around. Let's see if they do a little bit better on their weaker foots almost. So normally the inside forward will cut in and use their other side. So if they're playing on the left, they'll cut in and then use their right foot. I kind of swap them around now, both using the... Oh, doesn't that extra time? Just straight to penalties? All right, well, let's do penalties. Jelovic. All right, guys, just choose your... Stay calm and back yourselves. Let's just do that. You'll be fine. All right, of course, 4 penalties will go behind the goal view. Pause quickly so we don't lose any of the action. Behind the goal. It's always the best view for penalties. Righto, come on. Let's say come on, Fernandez, but they've scored their first one. Jovic has scored already in the game. Can he make it another one? He needs to make it. And they easily puts it past Layond. Fernandez, come on. Prieto stepping up. Fernandez, you got the son. Completely the wrong way. Completely the wrong way. Bergman stepping up for his penalty. Our second one. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Beautiful penalty. Fernandez, you need to save the son. You need to put the pressure on. Come on, Fernandez. He hasn't guessed right once. Payne still coming in to take a penalty. Your first meaningful contribution to the club. What a penalty. Fernandez, come on. Come on. Justify your place in the squad. Chose right this time. He chose right this time. Lepley. Stepping up. Came on as a sub, and what a pin. What a pin. Stepping up against Fernandez. Fernandez needs to save this. Come on. It's all going to fall down onto the shoulders of Perez. These are literally our top 5 penalty kick takers. I think he was the lowest at 11 out of the top 5, and then dropped down to Schmidt, who was 6. Perez, get in, son. Get in, son. Fernandez taking on Jordan. Fernandez, come on. Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it. Thought he had it. Schmitty. Come on. Come on, you German beauty. We need to score this. Straight down the middle. Fernandez, come on. Let's say the 6 in. All 6 scored from both teams. They've scored a 7th. Old. Taking deep breaths here, guys. Taking deep, deep, deep breaths. Ninkered it in beautifully. I hate the Panenka in this game. I hate it so much, but he did it. He did it. Come on. Come on. Someone needs to save something. Come on. Fernandez is a terrible one-on-one goalkeeper. Black. Guys, I don't know how much my heart can take this. I don't know how much I can take this. 8-7 on pens. Flack. Flack. Go. Let's go. Come on, Fernandez. Please save Romo's penalty. Don't know how many other good penalty kick takers we actually have. We don't have any, actually, to be honest. They're all quite low numbers. Anderson coming up for the 9th pen. We literally have Robinson and the goalkeeper left. Anderson stepping up. Beauty. Beauty. Ayeda. Come on. Fernandez. This is your moment to shine, son. This is your moment to shine! Fernandez! Let's go! Oh. Miles. Miles, my boy. Show me why you're in the US national team. Show me why you are the best centre-back in the country. Come on, Miles. Get in, Miles. Let's go. Let's go. CONCACAF next round. Love to see. Let's go, man. Let's go. Ah. Lost my voice there a little bit. Wow, that was good. That was good. And who do we get in the next round? We're taking on Cavalier FC from Jamaica. All right, slightly easier opponents in the next round of the CONCACAF. When do we actually get... Is it just round robin matches? It is just round robin matches. All right, well, in the Pacific FC, who are they? Why are they... Oh, they're not. They get a bye. Okay, so whoever we will play Pacific FC in the next round. If we beat Cavalier FC, we should be beating Cavalier FC. Those games are in a little bit of time. What I'm going to do, ladies and gents, because we're not really too keen on the MLS at the moment, although the preseason stuff, we just need to get to the playoffs. And in order to get to the playoffs, we just need to be in the top 9 of our league. That's all we need to do. So I'm not going to focus too much on that because I feel like we have a very good enough squad to be in the top 9 at least. In terms of just the overall Shield competition, I probably don't see us being first, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll come back after every episode, but I'm going to focus on the Champions League. And I think next episode, if we do beat Cavalier, we'll do the next games also. We'll have 4 games for you. We'll cut those down very, very quickly. I think that'll be the best going forward. Of course, any transfers or anything that happens, we'll do that as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to just leave it off here. Yeah. With that being said, like I said, we're leaving it off here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so, please click subscribe and get notified. And in fact, leave me a comment down below. Do you think this new tactic is good enough to win the CONCACAF? Laguna was probably one of our stronger teams that we could have faced in the first round. We should have a little bit of an easy run in our next 2 games with Cavalier and Pacific FC, if we beat Cavalier, of course. But let me know in the comments down below if you think we could go all the way. Do you think we could end this rebuild at the end of the season if we win the MLS playoffs and we win the CONCACAF? Do you think we can do it? I want to know down below in the comments. And while you're there typing around, just a little bit above to the left, I think it is, there's a thumbs up. Press that button for me. Why not? Do it for your good old friend Vaslap, because it helps me a lot and it helps the system a lot, helps the algorithms a lot, and more people get to watch LA Galaxy rebuild. So please do that for me. From me though, your boy the Vaslap. Until next time, peace, chicken grease.